Kicking off our Sunrise Smart Start here following Friday night's shootout in the city's 19th ward that left 3 officers injured. The doctors and nurses who treated them are reflecting on the moment each ambulance pulled up to the emergency room. Dr. Michael Kamali, the chair of Strong's emergency medicine team, says in his career of more than 25 years, he's never been faced with a case like it. After getting there around midnight, he only had a few minutes to prepare, but by the time the officers arrived, his team was ready to save lives. Dr. Kamali explains that his team always maintains what he calls a state of readiness, especially on weekends. This includes having open trauma beds and care professionals on standby for the unimaginable. And although these doctors and nurses are used to providing care under intense conditions and pressure, this situation presented its own challenges, and he credits their teamwork as the reason these officers survived.
Each case is unique, each case is different, and then when you have multiple patients who are shot and seriously injured, you're trying to assess who's the sickest of them. You're calling in your backup teams to help take care of the additional patients that are there. Of course, with this, really difficult when it's 3 of our police officers who are injured and shot. That raises the stress level even higher than it might be in ordinary circumstances where the stress level can be quite high as it is. During this, we had other people coming down to the department. How can I help? What can I do? Where do you need me? Offering support, which is just a testament to the people who are there who are working.
As of right now, 2 of those officers continue to receive treatment at Strong and are both in stable condition. In the meantime, Dr. Kamali says that he and his team will continue to give them the highest quality care they're able to provide. The Justice Department released thousands of additional files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Several mention President Trump, but there are no accusations of wrongdoing on his part. One in a 2020 Justice Department email, which says Trump made more flights on Epstein's plane than previously known, at least 8 between 93 and 96. The Justice Department today acknowledged Trump's name was in the records, but said the sensationalist claims about Trump are unfounded and false. Congressional Democrats and some Republicans have criticized the DOJ for not meeting the law's deadline to release all of the files with necessary redactions by last Friday.
We are not going to quit until justice is done.
They want the truth, and it's been very hard to get the truth.
The DOJ says it still has hundreds of thousands of files to release. Lawmakers are threatening to take legal action to force them to speed it up. Meantime, News 8 is working to learn more about the word Rochester used several times in a set of FBI notes in connection to the Epstein files. First, the notes overall appear to be from an interview with a witness who describes interactions between Epstein and young girls. Mixed in is a list of photos with some description. In the description of photo number 8, there are 2 short redactions separated by a comma, like how we sometimes see a name in formal documents. Next to that, a line that reads, "In Rochester, invited by group people," with a note directly underneath that reads, "That worked at the club." On the next line, it says 10/29/04 date on back. Then photo 13 says same trip as 8. Finally, the description of photo 17 is just one word, Rochester. Now, it's unclear if the FBI notes are referring to Rochester, New York, or if those photos were taken in Rochester, New York, but the same photo list noted a couple of places within New York State. News 8 is reaching out to the FBI about this. If you want to see those notes for yourself, head over to rochesterfirst.com. Today marks 13 years since the Christmas Eve ambush in West Webster claimed the lives of 2 firefighters. That morning in 2012, Michael Ciparini and Thomas Kachufka were responding to a house fire on Lake Road when they were shot and killed by William Spangler, who then died by suicide on the Lake Ontario beach. Every Christmas Eve since, the department and community gathered to reflect on that day with an early morning remembrance ceremony.
It doesn't get any better. I mean, as I've mentioned before, memories may fade a little bit, the details may fade, but what happened here 13 years ago is vivid.
He adds the district is grateful for the community coming together to honor the fallen heroes and their families. We've got a new book picked out for our digital exclusive show, The Last Page, where we read books by local authors and then have them on for the book club discussion. For the month of January, we will be reading The X Project by Jennifer Aline. The novel brings light to relatable modern-day scenarios involving dating app technology, the growth and evolution of current relationships, and the LGBTQ+ community. We will then have Aline on the show for the book club discussion, so make sure to read along and send us any and all questions you'd want answered. If you're trying to keep tabs on Santa, you are not alone. The North American Aerospace Defense Command, better known as NORAD, is currently tracking Santa Claus as he makes his way around the world. The jolly old man was last seen flying over New Zealand. To stay up to date on Santa's whereabouts, check out the Rochester First streaming app tonight, because I know I will. I want to know how fast Santa works.
Yeah, I want to see him going around the world.
Exactly. What's going on in terms of weather for him?
Well,
here in our region.
Yes, in our region, he shouldn't have a problem flying overhead. We will have our mostly calm conditions lasting through Christmas Day. You may see a stray flurry on Christmas Day, but that is about it. Then temperatures take a big dip heading towards Friday, where we eventually see some snow that is likely going to be accumulating. Heading into the weekend, it will be likely dry on Saturday, and then as we head towards later in the day on Sunday, some rain that will change into snow to start off the new work week.
And make sure to check out our podcast, Second Cup of Sunrise. I'll be there along with Kayla this morning. Usually it's Brennan and James. We air every morning at 9 on weekdays on the Rochester First streaming app.
But not tomorrow.
But not tomorrow. Keep that in mind. Thanks so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise. Our next update is in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings up next.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.